Well, hey YouTubers, welcome to the channel. This is my video response to modoc42's my best ever 100 subscribers. His thing is he wants to know about nice places to live or someplace that we like to live. Well, first off, I'm going to take you around my little community, and Tina, I, and the dog are going to stop and get some salsa and chips at the little local Mexican food restaurant. Now, everything I'm going to be showing you in this video is going to be within a 3-mile radius of my home. Matter of fact, this pasture here is right inside of town, in the city limits. This is less than a quarter of a mile from my house. As you can tell, Modoc, there is no hills. This is flat land. This is Delta land. This is Arkansas, man. We got it all. It's the natural state. We've got fields for crops, mostly cotton around here, soybean, corn. We raise a lot of rice. That's the town. That's about a half mile away. Matter of fact, my house is right by that water tower. But you can see I've just scanned most of the town. This is the local gin. I can hear this thing running from my house. Like I say, I'm not very far at all from the house. This is a cotton field. All the cotton's been picked this year. Even the stalks have been shredded. But you see that patch of trees? There's some of the biggest swamp rabbits you've ever seen in your life. Matter of fact, a friend of mine, I brought him over here, and he said he's bigger than his dogs, and they just about were. As you can tell, briar patches. We've got the rabbits, deer, turkey. You know what that is? That's a cotton hull. I just picked that up out of the field, and the reason why I've got it in my hands because it's on the edge of the field. All that white stuff on the ground is the cotton that was left behind. And as you can see, it's if you've never seen cotton grow, it's pretty nasty when it comes out of the field. A lot of holes in it, sticks and everything else. But look at that, it looks just like a little cotton ball. But when it goes through that gin, it gets it all out. And I'm going to show you that here just in a few minutes. And oh, there you go. Second Amendment, we all got guns. That's from last year's dove season. I can tell because the brass was all rusty. And look, there's last year's corn cobs. And what it was they raised corn in this field last year. The first day of dove season, I can hear what sounds like fireworks. It'll wake me up sometimes. That's how close they are to the house. Of course, town's small. There's your gin. There's your round modules. That's something new that we're doing around here now. And then your square modules. That's the way they bring it out of the field. They don't use cotton trailers anymore. They use a packer. They pick it, they dump it, they pack it down. I think about 4 bales in one of those big squares. Those are about 6 foot tall. And then it takes about 4 of the round ones, I believe, to make one of the big squares. And this thing is running 16 hours a day right now. But this is my favorite part, and this is what I want to tell you about, because I come over here once a year, and all the debris, the hulls, not the seeds, but just the hulls and the debris and everything goes through that tube and out to an auger. And look at that pile. Now that thing is tall, and that thing right there will be completely piled up before ginning season's over. And you can come over here, and the guys have a front end loader sitting out there. You just jump in it, start it up, start loading them cotton hulls up, take them home, and put them on your garden. And we do recycle all the plastic. That's where they got it all piled up, waiting for the semi trucks to come out and pick that stuff up so they can take it back and recycle it. Now this little road here is right next to that Mexican food restaurant. You can see there's a levee, and that levee is what keeps all the water out of our homes. We are in a floodplain. My home is not actually in the floodplain, but right here by the levee it is. It's like a 100-year flood. It could get on top of it. But look here, duck hunters. Now tell me duck hunting is not popular in Arkansas. As you can tell by that gray sky, you can see a duck flying for a mile away. But now some of these guys really could be out there fishing, and some of them could be out there bow hunting, because this is all a wildlife refuge. It runs for about 50 miles, and it runs right through the center of our town. Anybody can hunt here, and hunting licenses are fairly cheap. It's $37.50 for hunting, fishing year-round. There's a Mexican restaurant, a little orange building. You can see some of the homes, and like I say, that's on the outside of the levee. But like I say, you can do everything. Oh, there's you a little what you call, like, it's not a houseboat. It's kind of like a little house on the river. Used to be a lot of them down through here, but the Corps decided they needed to get them moved because they're afraid that one might slam into the bridge. And on the other side of that bridge, there's probably 10 or 15 homes that people live in that's floating on that river. Here's your timber, mostly cypress. That looks like duck water right there. You can just walk out there. Now, remember now, we're 2 miles from my house right now, and I figure that any guy that can make a video response to me and drive 8 miles to get an apple and show how to peel it with his gadget, that I could at least get out here and drive around a few miles. Oh, there's my buddy. That's Dixon. I know he looks real smart. He loves to get out here and walk around. But this is the levee road. The county takes care of it, keeps it nice. You can drive for miles up and down this county road, north and south of town. There's Dixon again. He's out there in the bushes. First time on video. He's a good guy, but okay, Dixon not on TV. All right, buddy. All right, now there he is. Now this area, for you old timers that remember a band in the 1970s called Black Oak, Arkansas. This is right here across that ditch there is their farmland. Matter of fact, that's called Mangram's Landing. Jim Mangram, they called him Jim Daddy. That's where his family, he was raised at right there. And you can tell there was a couple of trucks over there, and that's all public access. Here comes some guys back. Looks like 3 men and a young boy. They've been out duck hunting for the morning, and it's about 11 o'clock Wednesday morning right now. They're a little far away for me to ask if they did any good, but you see that a lot around here. I mean, and I've been over here a lot. Matter of fact, this ditch for miles, there'll be bass boats all up and down this thing in the summertime bass fishing. The water's muddy now, but that's because it's been raining. Now here you go. Here's a produce stand that's about a mile from town. It's on the highway. Been here for over 30 years, I know. Of course, it's winter. It's closed down. But this guy raises most of his stuff, and what he doesn't raise, he'll buy from local people like me. He make them over and say, you know, Rick, if you got some extra tomatoes, and he'll buy them. Peaches, and we've got peach orchards also here. Apparently, he was selling some rabbits last summer. But this is neat. I mean, this place will be covered up. Look at his chair. It's wore plumb out. He's been sitting there for them long, hot summer days. But now, talk about fresh produce now. Let's walk over here. I'm trying to keep signs out of the picture. But look at that. That's a truck patch. I mean, those stalks are okra. So he was growing it right there. Bike route that we've got out in the country. It's a little paved road that goes out. I'm going to show you this. This is one of our local little cemeteries. The trees look broken off because of the ice storm, but look how clean. This is not a government cemetery. It was taken care of by the locals. And then, of course, we are in the Bible Belt. I know this is a Baptist church, but we've got all denominations. But just to give you an idea of the little churches in our community, we are a dry county. That means no alcohol. And we have churches everywhere, and they're great people. And just Tina and I pulled up here just to videotape this church, and we were there for about a minute and a half, and 2 ladies that live around there come up to see, you know, if we were needing something or whatever was going, because like I say, it's a farming community. These women's husbands farm, but they saw us, and then we talked to them, and they told me that record attendance was 200 people for their local church, and they usually have about 60 each Sunday that comes to church. Now, we're back to my house. I don't know, Modoc. You know how it is, guy. I'm telling you where I like to live. I've showed you probably more than 3 positives. I can tell you 2 negatives is insects, mosquitoes, but I don't like mosquitoes. I don't. That's the only thing I can tell you that I really dislike, and the heat. And you heard that from some of your other video responses that in this part of the country, it gets hot. I mean, it's not anything to be 105 degrees and the heat index to be 120, because the humidity would be somewhere around 90. But I guess you blossom where you're planted, and I've lived here my entire life. Matter of fact, probably 25, no, less than that, 15 miles from here is the hospital that I was born in. And, you know, I got a place that I can live. I'm in town. It's still community living. Everybody's really nice. you know, like I say, I know this contest is to win a prize, but I feel like that we're all trying to win you. And you've been a really good friend. You and I have corresponded so many times. And for you guys that don't know modoc42, you've got to go to his channel. He's one of the funniest people, and I just love watching his videos. He did a shout out to me when he had five subscribers, and now in the last few days he has almost caught up to me. I mean, at one point I looked, he had one less subscriber than I did, and he's really a nice guy. And I want to say happy Thanksgiving, modoc42, and all the YouTube folks out there and the subscribers. You guys have a very nice holiday. Thanks for watching.